before we start factorization, before we start doing some questions on that, let's first revise some identities, okay? So a plus b whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. A minus b whole square is a square minus 2ab plus b square, right? Okay, Abdul Jabbar, can you tell us what is this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. How do we expand this? What will it become? This identity, do you remember?
A square minus B square.
Very good. So a square minus b square. Then we have a plus x, sorry, x plus a into x plus b. Yes. Zen, are you there? Zen? What is this? Will anyone unmute and tell?
X square x
Yes.
square plus A plus B into X
Yes.
into plus A into
Hmm.
B.
A into b. Good. Okay. Next, let's come to a plus b plus c whole square. What is this? Yeah. Yes, anyone? Yes. This is a square plus b square plus c square because there's a square over here, right? Plus, now over here, there were only two terms. So we have 2 times the product of these two terms. Here we will have 2 times AB plus 2 times BC plus 2 times CA. Or you can just take the 2 common and it will become 2 times AB plus BC plus CA. And we have, then we have this A plus B whole cube. Yeah, this one. Yes, who will tell us? Abdul Jabbar, would you like to give it a try?
A cube plus
Yes.
A cube plus 3
Hmm.
3 A square B
Very good.
plus 3 AB square
Yes.
plus B cube.
Plus B cube. Very good. There's another way of writing this in which you take the 3AB from here common. If you take from here, if you take 3AB common, you are left with A plus B, right? So in the second way that we write it as A cube plus this B cube, we take it over here. A cube plus B cube plus 3AB into A plus B. This is another way of writing it. All right. So, okay. Acha. And if we have a minus sign over here, then wherever there is a B, in place of B, we will put a minus. Okay. Now there was one more. Yes, A cube plus B cube. This one we had derived it also. This one we had derived it also. This becomes A plus B into a square minus ab plus b square. Okay. Or in other words, a plus b into, if you write this as a square plus b square, and you try to do here plus 2ab and minus 2ab minus ab. Why I'm doing this, you'll come to know. See this, what it becomes is a plus b as it is. A, this becomes, this part becomes a plus b whole square minus 3ab, right? This part becomes minus 3ab. So this form is useful when, if you are asked to find the value of a cube plus b cube and you are given the value of a plus b. So you can put the value of a plus b over here and over here also, and you will be given the value of a into b as well. Okay, then from there you can find the value of a cube plus b cube. So this form is useful for such a situation. Otherwise, you have this form. This is the most, this is the one that we had derived earlier. Okay. Similarly, when in place of plus, if you have a minus, a cube minus b cube, then over here this minus sign just shifts to the other bracket. Okay, so then we have a minus b, a square plus ab plus b square. Then you can write this as a square plus b square, this thing as it is, and this we want to bring a minus 2ab. So minus 2ab plus 2ab plus ab. Why am I doing minus 2 plus 2? Because minus 2 plus 2 is 0, right? So there was nothing apart from a square plus b square plus ab. There was nothing apart from that. And nothing means 0. So in place of 0, I have put minus 2ab plus 2ab. So that we just want a particular form that we are going to derive. And this is that form. This is also going to be useful when the value of a minus b is given and ab is given. Then we can find the value of a cube minus b cube. So this is useful for such a situation. Okay. This is one form. The other form is this one. Okay. Acha. Now we have one more. A cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc. This is equal to, I'll have to write it in the next line. This is equal to a plus b plus c. And this derivation we have done already. Okay, if you want, you can check it in your notes. A square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca. Okay, and another form of this is a plus b plus c multiplied by a plus b plus c whole square minus 3ab plus bc plus ca. And the same thing we have done, what we did over here. We tried to make it into this form. So we had done some addition and subtraction. Okay, so these are the two forms. And we had done one more question, that if x plus that if a plus b plus c equals 0, that means this portion, and we had done this question twice, I remember. if a plus b plus c equals 0, then if this part becomes 0, then that means the entire thing becomes 0. So that means the LHS is equal to 0. That means a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equal to 3abc. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. So these are a few things, a few identities that we had done. Now we will do some factorization questions. Yes, do you guys have any factorization questions for me? Then we will do those in class. Otherwise, I will start with the other questions that I have with me. Yes. Okay. Uh, Avni, are you there? Simplify x plus y whole cubed minus x minus y whole cubed minus 6y into x plus y into x minus y. Okay. So we can just simply expand these. X plus y whole cube will be x cube plus y cube plus 3x square y plus 3xy squared. Or if you want, you can just write it like this simplified version, xy into x plus y. Hmm? This is this part. Then let's do this part. Minus. Now, since there is a minus sign, we must put a bracket outside of it. X cube minus y cube minus 3xy into x minus y. This is this portion. Then next, we have this portion. Minus sign again, minus 6y into. We know that x plus y into x minus y is how much? X squared minus y squared. Now, see when you open this bracket, so let's first open all the brackets, okay? X cube plus y cube plus 3x squared y plus 3xy squared minus x cube minus minus plus y cube. Okay, don't make the mistake of writing minus over here. This will become a plus y cube because you have minus sign also outside. Then again here minus minus plus 3x square y and minus, because there are three minuses. If you want to look at the y term, in place in front of the y term, you have three minuses. One minus is this, the second minus is this, and the third minus sign is this. So there are three of them, so that makes a negative. Okay. So negative 3xy squared. Yeah. Then minus, now we are talking about the last term, this one. Minus 6x squared y minus, no, plus 6y cube. So now let's pick up all the like terms. Okay. So we have x cube minus x cube. This gets cancelled. X cube minus x cube is 0. Next we have y cube plus y cube, which is 2y cube. Next we have 3x square y plus 3x square y, which is 6x square y. Next we have 3xy square minus 3xy square. So these two also get cancelled. Then next we have minus 6x square y plus 6y cube. So these two again get cancelled. And we are left with 8y cube. 8y cube can be written as 2y the whole cube. So this is the answer. Okay. Okay. I hope you're done. Next, let's do another question. Factorize. Now all the questions that we will have will be factorized type. Okay. So factorize AB plus BC plus AX plus CX. So in this case, what we can do is we can just take from here and here, we can take B as common, and from here and here we can take X as common. So B, if you take it as common, it's A plus C, and if you take X as common, it is A plus C, and that is equal to, now again, what is common in both of these terms? There are two terms here, right? There are two terms, this one, the first term, and the second term. What is common in both these terms? This bracket is common. So this bracket is common. So we take it out, take it common outside. And B plus X is what we are left with inside the bracket. So this is the answer. Next, A square. If you want me to go slow or if you want me to pause, just let me know, okay? Since I can't see you guys, so I don't know if you're done writing it or if you're still writing it. If you want me to repeat something, you can ask. All right, A square plus B minus AB minus A. So here we can see, now we need to think of it. Okay, how can we take from any two terms? I should be able to take something as common. Okay, but I can't take anything as common from these two terms. From the first and second term, A square and B, you can't really take anything as common. But yes, in these two terms, you can take negative A as common. How about if we rearrange it? From these two terms, we can take B as common, and from these two terms, we can take A as common. So let's try rearranging them. A square minus A plus B minus AB. So, so here from these two terms, we take A as common. What are we left with? A bracket A minus 1 plus B bracket One sec. Minus AB minus A. Okay. 1 minus A. Okay. Now, see, these two brackets are not the same. So you cannot take them as common. What you can do is you can write A into A minus 1. Now you can take common negative sign outside. Why? See, try to understand the concept of playing around with negative sign. Okay. See, if you have A minus B, you can write this as negative of B minus A, right? For example, if you have the number 4, you can write this as negative of its negative. Yes, you can write 4 as, you can write any number A as negative of its negative. Yeah, you can say negative is basically, it's called the additive inverse. So you can write it as the additive inverse of its additive inverse, right? So negative of negative A is positive A, right? So similarly, what we are doing is, so let me just, okay. So what we are doing is A can be written as negative of negative A. Similarly, your, if you have A minus B, the negative of A minus B is always B minus A. Why? If you think about it, if you write 5 minus 2, what is 5 minus 2? It is 3. But if you write 2 minus 5, just swap these two places, then it's going to be negative 3, right? So A minus B, the negative of this is B minus A, no matter what A minus B is. It could, A and B could be positive integers or negative integers. So A minus B ka negative, or you can say the additive inverse, is B minus A. So A minus B is the negative of its negative, which is B minus A. So let me write this again. A minus B can be written as negative of B minus A. I hope this is clear to everyone. Everyone say yes, ma'am, it's clear. I'm not hearing anyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear or not?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So this is something that you need to keep in mind. So here what we are doing, I want to make this bracket the same as the first bracket, A minus 1. Only then I can take it as common, na? So I want to make the 1 minus A into A minus 1. I want to make it like that. So how can I make it like that? I can make it as A minus 1 only if I can take the negative sign outside. So 1 minus A can be written as negative of A minus 1. We have just written it over here as well. So the B stays as it is, and we have changed, or we have uh, made some modifications in the bracket so that it becomes the same as the bracket that we wanted. And we have not broken any rules of maths. We have just taken the negative sign outside, meaning we have just done this particular trick over here. Okay. So we have taken negative sign outside and becomes B into A minus 1. So now you can take A minus 1 as common in both the terms. So A minus 1, and what is remaining? A minus B. Okay. So just a minute. This is A and this is B. Oops. This is this A and this is this B. Okay. So this is the answer. Okay, let's move on to the next one. X square plus 1 by x square plus 2 minus 2x minus 2 by x. So now this is something that a kind of like a tricky thing that you need to remember. But don't worry, it's not difficult. Where is that color of blue that I need? Okay, so see, if you do remember this, if you have x plus 1 by x, okay, and this is a very common question in exams, so you have to remember this one. X plus 1 by x whole square. What happens when you do this? You will get, this is what, a plus b whole square, right? So a square plus b square plus 2ab. So a square, which is x square, plus b square means 1 by x ka whole square. And what is 1 by x ka whole square? 1 ka square is 1 itself. And this becomes x square plus 2ab. 2 into a is what, x, b is what, 1 by x. So x and 1 by x get cancelled. So we are left with x square plus 1 by x square plus 2. So always remember x plus 1 by x whole square ka answer is this. Okay. If you see this anywhere, then know that just because you're not able to see the x into 1 by x over here since it's getting cancelled, you might get confused. But remember that it's like this. Okay. So this portion is x plus 1 by x whole square. Okay. And now let's see what we can do with the rest of the question. Here we can take minus sign common. And what else can we take common? We can take 2 as common. Can we take x as common? No, we cannot take x as common because here it is x is in the numerator and here x is in the denominator. So you cannot take x as common. So 2 as common and this becomes x plus 1 by x. Why plus? Because we have already taken this negative sign as common outside the bracket. So we are left with this much. So now again, we have this x plus 1 by x wala bracket is common in both the terms. So you can take x plus 1 by x common outside. And then inside the bracket, you are left with x plus 1 by x. This bracket. Because this is square, na? So one bracket to we took outside the thing. We took it as common. The other one is still there. Minus this 2. Because that is what is left. So this is what we have taken as common. And that is what's left. So this is the answer. Okay. So a similar question, a very similar question. X square plus 1 by x square minus 2 minus 3x plus 3 by x. Okay. So see here it is minus 2. This one is minus 2. That means it should be x minus 1 by x whole square. Okay. Because imagine like if you have a minus sign over here, then it will be what? A square plus b square minus 2ab. So that minus 2ab will come off over here. So it will be minus 2. I hope you're able to understand this. So this will become x minus 1 by x whole square. Now from these two terms, you can take plus 3 as common, or in fact, I would suggest you take minus 3 as common. This will become x, and over here you have taken minus, right? That means you have taken negative of this term. So this term itself will become negative, and I will explain to you why that is happening. Sorry, this is 1 by x. Because now see, when you try to open this bracket, it will be what? Minus 3 into minus 1 by x, which is equal to positive 3 by x, which is what we have over here. But why did we take minus 3? So that our bracket could become exactly like this bracket. That's why we took minus 3 and not plus 3. If you took plus 3, this would have been the case. But this is not the bracket that we need. So that's why we took minus 3 and we got this. Okay. So again, from here, you can take x minus 1 by x as common. And then in the bracket, you have x minus 1 by x minus 3. Okay. Whenever the question is asking you to factorize, means that you have to put it up into brackets. You have to make sure that the answer is something something brackets, like it should just be brackets. Okay, it should not be brackets plus 2 or something like this. No, the answer should consist only of brackets. Whatever is inside the bracket, that doesn't matter, but the answer should be in terms of brackets if the question is asking you to factorize. Okay, if it's asking you to simplify, then it could be like anything. For example, here we had to simplify. Okay, and for example, these are all factorization questions. Okay, so for example, if someone asks you to simplify this, then you can write it as many different terms. There can be many different terms in it. Okay, so simplify means opening the brackets, and factorizing means forming the brackets. Okay. Acha, let's see. Okay, let's do this one. AB into x square plus y square minus xy into a square plus b square. Okay. So what you can do here is you can just take, just a minute. Here, let's open the bracket first. ABX square plus ABY square minus A square, or you can say XY, no, A square XY plus, no, minus B square XY. Okay. Now, let's try to rearrange the terms. ABX square minus A square XY plus ABY square minus B square XY. Okay. So what we have done here, we have rearranged the terms. We have just rearranged the terms. So now from here, you can take A and X as common. Yeah. So you can take AX bracket BX minus AY plus. Here, you can take AY, no, BY as common. BY bracket AY minus BX. Now see, again, the same thing is happening. Here, the bracket is becoming reverse. Yeah. This was bx minus ay. Here we have ay minus bx. So you can do the same thing here. Bx minus ay. But take a minus sign outside and interchange these two terms. x minus ay. Okay, this is nothing new, just become negative of b minus a. So now, since these two brackets are the same, we can take that bracket as common, and then inside we are left with ax minus by. So this is the answer. Okay, ab plus, no, sorry, a cube plus ab into 1 minus 2a minus 2b square. This is the question. You're supposed to factorize it. So let's do one thing. Let's open this bracket that we have in the middle. So we have a cube plus ab minus 2a square b minus 2b square. Okay. This is a cube only, no? Yeah. So now let's rearrange the terms. Let's take a cube minus 2a square b plus ab minus 2b square. Okay. So we have just rearranged the terms. So this is equal to, now from here you can take a square as common, right? So a square into a minus 2b plus, here you can take b as common, b into a minus 2b. So, okay, good. We are getting, both our brackets are the same. So a minus 2b, we take it as common because it's the same bracket in both the places. Then we are left with a square minus b. So this is the answer. Okay. Now next question. X square minus 1 minus 2a minus a square. Okay, so this question is a bit tricky. See, x square, though it doesn't have anything in common with anyone, right? So let's leave x square as it is. And the rest of the terms, we are going to take minus common outside because minus is common in the rest of the terms, so we'll take it common. So 1 plus 2a plus a square. Acha, now tell me if you have a plus 1 whole square. We have a plus b whole square, right? So in place of b, I have put 1. So if you have a plus 1 whole square, what will this become? This will become a square plus 2ab is what? 2 into a into, what is b? It is 1. So 2 into a into 1. A into 1 is a itself. So 2 into a plus 1 square. And what is 1 square? 1 square is 1 itself. So this becomes a square plus 2a plus 1. So that means this bracket is what? A plus 1 whole square. So this is x square minus a plus 1 whole square. Acha. Now, does this remind you of something? This is like how we had a square minus b square, right? Something square minus something square. Here it is x square minus some bracket square. So this was equal to a minus b bracket a plus b. Yeah, meaning the first term minus second term bracket into first term plus second term bracket. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. So this becomes x minus the second term a minus b a plus b. So this is x minus a minus 1 x plus a plus 1. So this is your answer. Hmm. Let's do a similar question, which is based on the same method. 1 plus 2ab minus a square minus b square. Okay. These two questions are important. Okay. So please pay close attention. All right. So here one, we will leave it as it is, and we will try to make this as some into some formula. Okay. For that, we have to take minus sign common, and then our this thing will become minus 2ab because we have taken minus common, na? So this term becomes its negative. So plus a square plus b square. Now, what does this remind you of? A square plus b square minus 2ab. So let me rewrite this. A1 minus a square plus b square minus 2ab. This is equal to 1 minus. Now this bracket is a minus b whole square, right? But see, this still is not factorized, because to factorize something means that you should have just you should have the answer as a product of some brackets. Okay, there shouldn't be like this term, this additional term shouldn't be here. So what we'll do is we can write 1 as 1 square, right? 1 can be written as 1 square because 1 square is equal to 1 itself. Now again the same thing we are going to apply what we did here, a square minus b square. So this is your x square minus y square. What is x square minus y square? X plus y into x minus y. So what is x? 1. I mean, x is not 1. We have just assumed it, or you can say we are just comparing it with the formula. 1 plus a minus b into 1 minus a minus b. So 1 plus a minus b into 1 minus a plus b. So this is your answer. I would recommend all of you to please buy a reference book, a guidebook, and which has a lot of questions in it, a lot of solved questions. Okay, and do those questions on a daily basis because your exams are coming very near. Okay, next question. A into a minus 1 minus b into b minus 1. You have to factorize this. So first of all, let's open the bracket. A square minus a minus b square plus b. So now we can rearrange the terms, and a square minus b square, we can bring it together because we know that a square minus b square, we can put some formula over there. Minus a plus b. Okay. So this becomes a square minus b square. We know that it is a minus b into a plus b. Now this, let's take minus sign common outside and it becomes a minus b. Okay. Why? Because this is minus a plus b, meaning it is b minus a, right? And we know that b minus a can be written as negative of a minus b. So that is exactly what we have done here. Okay. So now, as you can see here, we have this bracket which is common in both of them. And you can say that this is being multiplied with 1. So a minus b is common. And inside we are left with a plus b minus what? Minus 1. Because a minus b, when you take this away, you are left with 1. So this is your answer. Okay. Now let's say I'll give you an easy one. Let's say if you have x square minus 1, how are you going to factorize this? You're going to quickly say this is 1 can be written as 1 square. So you can write this as x square minus 1 square. And this can be written as a square minus b square, right? So a minus b into a plus b. Now, similarly, if I give you x to the power 4 minus 1, then what? Then we can write this as x to the power 4 minus, or let's do one thing. Let's write it as x square ka whole square minus 1 ka whole square. Okay. So now it is again, think of this as your a. So a square minus b square, which is a plus b, or you can say a minus b into a plus b. What is your a again? Your a is x square. X square is your a, okay? You have to be very careful in such type of questions where the power is 4 and you are taking x square ka whole square, okay? So now again, this term can also be factorized like we did in the previous question. This term can again be factorized as x minus 1 into x plus 1 into x square plus 1. Okay. Now, similarly, if in place of 1, if I were to give you, we'll say x to the power 4 minus 625, then you will just say what is 625 is the square of what? It is square of 25. So you can write this as x square ka whole square minus 25 ka whole square, which is equal to x square minus 25 into x square plus 25. Why? Because here what are we using? We are using a square minus b square is equal to a minus b into a plus b. And here your a is x square. So again, this one can be factorized. Only this first bracket can be factorized in this case. Second one we can't factorize further. This one you can write it as x square minus 5 square, right? 25 can be written as 5 square, but you don't have to change the second bracket. That will be as it is. So this can be written as x minus 5 into x plus 5. So this is going to be your answer. Twenty x square minus 45. So here we can take 5 as common, or let's take 9 fives. Yeah. So we can take 5 as common here. Let's take 5 as common, 5, and in the bracket we are left with 4x square minus 9. Now this can be written as 4x square can be written as 2x ka whole square minus 9 can be written as 3 square. So now we have gotten our a and our b, a square minus b square, na? So we have gotten our a and our b. So this can be written as 5 into, it is a square minus b square, meaning a plus b, a minus b. So a plus b, a minus b. This is the answer. Last question for today. 4x square. Okay, not this. Let's do a different one.